big gooch. So, thought I'd give you a quick review on these energy engine mount inserts that I've had installed at Grinspeed the other day. Hopefully it'll put some of you guys' minds at ease. When you're looking online, you'll read various stories about them, you know, vibrating like mad and people not being able to cope with vibrations and things like that. And as far as I'm aware, as long as you get them installed properly, you'll have no issue. So when Stevie at Grinspeed installed these inserts, he greased them up properly, subframe were dropped, everything were done properly. And I've got to be honest, as soon as I started the engine up, there is a little vibration at tick over. So just, you know, my car idle's probably around about the 850 mark. You can hear it through the centre console, and you can feel it through your seat. It's kind of like getting your back massage. It's like that. It's like sitting in one of them massage chairs. But you blip the throttle, literally a tiny little bit, and it'll go away. How many times are you sat at idle in your car? At low idle as well. I don't mean like when your engine's cold and you just sat in your driveway for 5 minutes. It won't vibrate at all. It's when it drops really low. Like I'm coming up to a junction now. If I have to stop, I'll feel vibration. Like now, I've just knocked it to neutral. Car's idling. Let's see if we can feel it or hear it through camera. So yeah, I can feel that a little bit, but it's nothing major. You can probably hear it on camera a little bit as well, but it's nothing major. As long as you trust your garage, you trust your mechanic, you'll have no bother. So yeah, that's the negative. That's the negative points out of the way, and it ain't really that much of a negative. It certainly ain't for me. Are you driving your Type R for comfort? Flipping hope not. There's something wrong with you if you are. So yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, I'm cruising along now. I'm in 6th gear. Let you listen. Gentle acceleration. There's more bloody tyre noise and road noise than there is engine noise. There is more engine noise through the cabin. So like now, you're doing best part to 65. And it's a little bit louder than it were, but nothing major. Again, I'm not having to shout for you to hear me. Stereo's not having to be on loud for me to hear it. All I've got on this car is an unsilenced B-pipe, Scorpion 1, and standard back box. I did have a Buddy Club Prospect 3 on it, but it was just too loud for me. It was doing me head in. You know, like when you set off in 1st gear, you can kind of get that hopping sensation when you accelerating and deaccelerating. That's almost gone. You get a right little bit when engine's cold, but nothing major. You know, you don't get it. You get it a right little bit when it's cold, and that's it. So a lot of that shunting feeling that you can get, forget it, that's gone. Your gear changes, honestly, they feel superb. It just feels more connected. You know, you change gear and it's there. It just feels really like, I don't know how to describe it. It feels really solid. Yeah, just like firm quality. Not like when you get in a new car and your gear change feels really tight and smooth. It's like that. Feels well good. I suppose the biggest difference and the biggest surprise for me was the way you can launch the car now. Previously, I'd boot it in 1st if I did that, or 2nd on a slippy road. You'd get your wheel spinning, but you'd get your wheel hop as well, and we all hate wheel hop. Horrible. I've got to be honest, I've not had wheel hop in this since I've had the engine mount inserts put in. If you watched my video on the review I did at Grinspeed, you'll notice that when I near the end of the video, I came off the main road in 2nd gear and floored it on a wet road, and it's spinning its wheels there in second. Now there's no wheel hop there at all. Now previously I have got wheel hop there in second gear, so that's pretty good. And it's really nice to be able to like gun it in first gear and not have to worry about, oh shit, wheel hop, I've got to back off. Just because I hate the sensation of wheel hop, I hate the sound it makes, it's horrible. I ain't got that at first, it's just normal wheel spin. That feels really good. I think mod wise it's £86 I paid to get the mounts installed, and I paid less than 30 quid for the actual inserts themselves. I believe the inserts, I may be wrong, but I believe the inserts are polyurethane. The ones that I bought were black. I believe you can get red ones. Not sure if there is a difference in there, apart from, you know, maybe they're a different hardness, I don't know. But mine were black. They've certainly firmed it up. It feels really good. The gear changes feel very precise, very solid. Traction's great. First and second gear. You will still get your wheel spin. I'm not saying it gets rid of that, but it's just the way your car feels on the road. It just feels tighter. There's no wheel hop. I'd recommend anyone do it for the sake of what, 110 quid, 120 quid all in. You can get your front and rear engine mounts replaced with these inserts. Oh sorry, that's wrong. You can get your front and rear engine mounts reinforced with these inserts. They literally slot in around the existing mount, and essentially they just make it rigid. There's still a little bit of movement in there because they're not, when you hold the mount, it's not solid as such. It's just like quite hard rubber, if you will, or polyurethane or whatever it is. So this is previously where I get a lot of like that engine shunting back and forward. I mean, second gear, it's like tick over, coming on and off the throttle. Hopefully you could see it there. You know, there's a bit of jumping about. There you go. So it's on tick over, off, on. It's nowhere near as bad. You feel the initial like acceleration, deceleration, but it doesn't then begin to rock back and forth like it did do previously. Worth pointing out as well, my front engine mount had a split in it. I haven't replaced that mount. I've just put the insert around it, and it's absolutely fine. There's no issue with that at all. So those of you that probably have loud exhaust on at the minute, you know, your Tauras, your body clubs, loud stuff, you won't even notice the noise, you won't even notice the extra vibration. Very unlikely anyway, and like I say, I'd recommend you get it done. Okay, now stupid fuckwit. Whiz around here, as you do. Wee-hee! Don't want to shit this Volvo man up, so let's see what he does. Looks like we're loitering. I'd rather not go hit suicide lane after this morning's antics. Yeah, fuck it. And zoom around here. A little bit of Vtec for your ass.